Hey guys, so welcome to week 3 of the K.I.S.S challenge and your stretches for the week. So today I decided to focus on decompression and just breath work mainly, and I threw in some mobility drills too. But I think with Christmas coming up, and I've been hearing from a lot of you that stretching is hard to get done because it's just the last thing we want to do after a busy day. But also with the holidays coming up, things are just more stressful. We have more on our plate, we're trying to get everything done, and we forget to breathe. Truly, we forget to breathe. So I'm gonna run you through a quick 10-minute breathwork mobility session, which would be really good to do if you're feeling the tension as we come up to the holidays. So if you wanna grab a mat or a blanket or a towel, whatever you want, we're going to start laying on our backs. Oh, I'm gonna move down a bit. Okay. And you can have your legs down, you can get them up, you can have your knees tipped in, you can lay them flat out to the side, however you're comfortable, because we're gonna be in this position for about a minute. So my hands are gonna go on my belly. Some of you might wanna put one on your belly, one on your chest, and we're gonna do 1 minute of directional breathing or belly breathing. So you're gonna send your air, so when you inhale, send your air down to your belly, it'll fill up like a balloon, then you're gonna breathe out through a straw, and you're gonna feel your belly collapse, and then your chest. So it's breathe in, fill up the belly, then the chest, breathe out, empty all the air. All right, 1 minute of deep breath work. Start to notice if you're gripping anywhere. So for a lot of us, it's our shoulders are still hiked up. So drop your shoulders away from your ears. Stop squeezing your butt. Relax your quads, the front of your thighs. See if you're gripping your toes or your fingers. And really work on getting deep belly breaths. Good, one more breath, big inhale. Breathe it out. Then we're gonna do one big breath in. So everybody take one big inhale. Then when you don't think you can do any more, pause, and then take another sip of air. So another. We'll do 3 more of those. Ready? Big inhale. Pause. A little bit more. 2 more. Big breath. Pause. A little more. Breathe it out. And 1 more. Big breath. Pause. A little bit more. And breathe it out. Good. I know breath work is boring, but honestly guys, it's the best thing we can do for our central nervous system, our core, our pelvic floor, if you're one that likes to geek out on that. We're gonna come up to all fours. And we're gonna spend a minute here, so hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and I'm gonna spend 1 minute, roughly, just breathing. So you'll notice in this position, especially for women, we have a tendency to still suck in our stomachs. So if it helps, roll down your yoga pants, because we all hike those up to our boobs. So roll them down, let your belly hang, it feels weird. And all we're gonna do is breathe into our belly and let it go. Don't worry about sucking in, nobody's watching, nobody cares, everybody has skin. Just let it relax. And if you find it really hard to let it relax, you can always give yourself a little measure. So hand just about 1 inch under your belly, and then see if you can get your belly to relax even more. And breathe. if you're finding it really hard to let go, you can always get your knees out a little further and send your butt up in the air and try it this way. Just get gravity to help you relax. So whichever way you want to do it, and if you're finding it really tricky, pause this video and stay in this for another minute or so till you can actually let it go. Fun fact, we store stress and trauma and negative emotions in our pelvic floor. So sometimes just this release is really therapeutic. And if this is all you do, I count it as stretching points, because bonus points for working through something hard. All right, from here, we're gonna get some mobility of the spine. So we're going to send our spine high up on our exhale. Inhale, up, up, up. Then we're gonna exhale, round it up, and then reset. Inhale, let it all go. And just start to work with your breath. Good. And then we're going to get our toes underneath us, hands planted, and I'm going to send my hips up nice and high for downward dog. We can pedal our feet if we have really tight hamstrings and calves maybe. Give a little pedal here. We can even push our chest back towards our tummy, or sorry, chest back towards knees. Breathe. Good, keep breathing, still thinking about that breath work and letting it go. So big breath in, big breath out. Good, and then however you want to get here, you're gonna meet me on your belly. Get yourself set here, give yourself a minute to relax your butt, stop squeezing. And then we're going to push your pelvis into the ground. Okay, so we're removing that space between your belly and the ground. We're gonna get your hands under your shoulders, big breath in, and when you breathe out, just give yourself a gentle lift. Back down, breathe it in, let it go, relax your butt. Good, now push your pelvis into the ground, big breath. Good, and then back down. Then, here's where we're gonna get a little bendy and stretchy. We're gonna put our hands out beside us. I'm gonna lift, I'm gonna do my right leg first. So I'm gonna lift my right leg. My right hand, I'm gonna put by my chest. My other hand, my left hand is stretched out long beside me. Then I'm gonna take this right leg and I'm gonna use my right hand to push myself over. Should be a really big twist in your spine here. If we can get to here, that's cool. If it just feels good to push into that shoulder, stay there. But if you want to give yourself a nice twist, give yourself a nice twist. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly come on back down. Big breath, relax. Melt into the floor a little bit. Give yourself a break. Then switch it up. So now my right hand's gonna go out flat, left hand by my chest, left foot up, and reach across. Push, 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 and hold. Be gentle. Breathe. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Come on back. Give ourselves a nice big breath. Tuck our toes. We're going to come up to all 4 again. And then however you want to get there, we're going to send your butt back. And I'm going to stretch my arms out. So last week we did a nice child's pose where we just sank into it. Today we're going to make it a bit more active by pushing your fingers forward. So you're going to crawl your fingers forward. Back up, maybe you could see. Crawl your fingers forward. Push your butt towards your heels. And push your armpits into the ground. And then you're gonna breathe. Still focus on filling your belly, so your belly will actually push into the front of your thighs. Big breath in. If it feels good to put your head to the mat, go for it. A couple more breaths here. Get a nice big stretch in your low back. Almost like you're trying to make space between your vertebrae. Breathe. Good, and then we're gonna come back to all fours. We're gonna send your knees as wide as your mat and your toes together, right? I'm gonna walk my hands out. Then I'm gonna send my butt back and I'm gonna push my chest towards the ground. So this one, I like to think of it, well, it's called extended puppy pose. Because if you think about a puppy when they're excited and they stick their butt up in the air and they get their paws out in front, that's what we're doing. So we're sticking our butt up in the air, we're getting our hands out in front, and we're gonna push and sink into the ground. Should be really big stretch under your armpits, really big stretch in your shoulders. Nice decompression of your back. Hold. Hip flexors should be getting a nice stretch. Keep breathing, think fill the belly. One more breath here. Good, and we'll come back out of it. And just because it's a really nice feeling, give yourself a couple cat-cows. Just make that spine kind of move for you. And then I have one more thing before we finish in a really nice, like my favorite decompression pose. Good. Okay. Now, however you want to get there, we're going to come down to our side. This arm doesn't really matter. You can have it out front. I like to tuck mine underneath. But we're just going to get the other arm, so the arm that's on top. So for me, this is my left. I had to think about it. It's been a long day. And all I'm going to do is open up. So if you want to stretch this hand out wide too, go for it. If we're somebody who's like, that doesn't feel that great, we can definitely just reach up and back as far as we can, but give our head some nice support. Or we can make it a little bit more intense by putting that hand out and opening right up and getting this shoulder to stay down and the other shoulder to touch. Trying to keep your legs nice and stacked. If they're starting to do this, just pull back a little bit. Okay, nice big stretch in the low back. Breathe. Stop squeezing, relax your butt, relax your shoulders. Good, bring that arm back, roll over, other side. Stretch, 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 and hold. One side might be tighter than the other. That's totally normal. We always have one tighter side. Breathe. Try to fill the belly with air still. Make sure knees are still stacked. They're not coming apart. Big belly breaths. Good, one more. Awesome. And then we're gonna slowly roll up however you'd like. Now, the last pose to show you, I didn't think about my camera setup because I'm not great at this, like on camera, but I'm going to show you on this wall, so you're gonna see kind of the back view of what this would look like, and I'll explain it. Where basically, I'm gonna leave the video here. This is the last pose. Honestly, if you can stay in this pose for 3 minutes, golden. So I like to throw in AirPods, pick a song that I love that I know is about 3 minutes, and I stay in this pose. It's really good for like a central nervous system reset. Awesome to do before bed, but really good for like low back decompression, and especially if you're just having a week, this is the one that we would want to do. So you're gonna slide up next to a wall. My butt's nice and close to it. I'm gonna lay down and throw my feet up on the wall. So if you need to shuffle your butt a little closer, Okay, so my low back is fully supported. You can have your legs nice and wide. You can keep them nice and close. Whatever feels good. Hands beside, hands on belly, focus on your breath. And then you're gonna stay in that position, like I said, for like upwards of 3 minutes. And then when you get up from that position, do me a favor and get up slowly. Roll to the side, then slowly sit up. Don't underestimate how much blood we're draining from your legs and from major arteries, and it all has to flow back. So give yourself a little bit of grace when you get up. Drink your water, do your stretches, move when you can move, rest when you need. Listen to your body, give yourself grace, guys. This challenge is a more than nothing, not an all or nothing, okay? Have fun. I'm gonna shut my phone off soon because Pioneer Times, I'm not doing so well with that, but I'm gonna try again. All right, guys, I'll see you later.